I own Bananas in Pajamas on VHS. I like to wear sunglasses inside. I listen to Bo Skaggs on the regular. As human beings, we yearn for pleasure. Whether it be dressing up as a pony or watching Desperate Housewives, we all love things that we may or may not be proud of. I, myself, have a few guilty pleasures of my own. This starts my list of top 5 gaming guilty pleasures.
Puyo Pop Fever is a puzzle game developed by the Sonic team for the Nintendo GameCube. For those retro gaming veterans, it is almost exactly the same game as Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. The main difference in the game is the amount of breath used to pronounce it. If you ask me, Eggman should stop hanging out with supersonic acrobatic rocket power battle cars. And should take note from, say, I don't know, Pong, Zork, Braid, Timsachill. Before I get any more off topic, let me explain why Puyo Pop is a guilty pleasure. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but there is something that holds me back from sharing it with others. I like to call it the ethical reclusive Eastern effect. Let me explain. Theoretically, the more a video game makes me feel like an Asian schoolgirl, the less likely I will endorse said video game. Moral of the story, Puyo Pop Fever for the Nintendo GameCube is number 5 on my list. Number 4. Green Lantern, Rise of the Manhunters.
Now personally, I'm not a fan of the Green Lantern, but I am a fan of bullshit.
I may be slightly biased with my opinion, considering that Hal Jordan is like my favorite superhero of all time. But this 3DS and Nintendo DS title sucks my rocks. It was developed by Kryptonite Games, whom, after research, is notorious for making handheld superhero-esque games, such as Captain America, Spider-Man, Assassin's Creed, and Shinobi. They decided to keep riding the superhero bandwagon all the way to the DC universe. Right here. Right here. And these are the Warner Brothers. Why is this a guilty pleasure? To be brutally honest, it is not a good game. It's not bad, but it's not good. The music is incredibly dull and easily forgotten. The graphics are subpar and the frame rate chugs from time to time. The gameplay gets redundant, but gosh darn it to heck, I like it. Green Lantern Rise of the Manhunters is number 4 on my list. While technically Neopets isn't a video game, I do consider it to be one. This website acts and plays as if it were a third-party Wii minigame title, the difference being a considerable sense of progression. Neopoints are gathered after playing a plethora of simple minigames. Neopoints can then be used to purchase items. I am currently saving up for a zombie paintbrush. Paintbrushes change the look of your Neopets. I'm hoping there may be some sort of redemption of my masculinity if my Neopet looks like he just watched Spider-Man 3. Cause that's what real men love. Dead things. And killing. It's factual. Go get your almanac. Another thing I love about this website is not having to be stressed about feeding my pets. My Kachik has been dying for the past 5 years. He's 6 years old. He can feed himself. Friggin' 2000s kids. Your iPhone ain't gonna feed ya? Neopets earns the spot at number 3. I remember a time when music-oriented video games weren't shoved down my throat like a sexy Russian on the Pirate Bay. This was the blissful era of the mid-1990s. Tiger Woods was golfing, the first successful cloning took place, and Warren Buffett owned more shares than the music billboard. In 1997, Parappa the Rapper was released. Within the first 30 seconds of the game, you are already introduced with its quirky aesthetics. I can't help but feel guilty when singing along to the Jet Baby theme song. I can't help but feel guilty when I'm jamming out to a chicken with an English accent. I can't help but feel guilty when I'm rapping to a talking onion about how much I need to take a shit.
I need to go, just as bad as you. What I had this morning, I don't even wanna say to you.
This is why Parappa the Rapper is number 2 of my gaming guilty pleasures. Get it? Number 2! I'm not funny. MapleStory is something that has always been dear to my heart. While I do hate to admit it, I love this game with a fiery passion. It makes me happier than Ronald Reagan in a cowboy hat. For those who don't know, MapleStory is an MMORPG where the objective is to whack cute orange mushrooms with a lollipop. Too easy for ya? Try defeating the cute green mushrooms. Scared yet? Here's a blue mushroom. I wonder what the developers were on while making this game. You guessed it. Horses! The developers were on horses, of course. And here's a cat jumping off a building. The demographic of MapleStory is of people half my age, but that does not keep me from playing it. I think the most embarrassing part about playing this game is the fact that I've spent money on it. Imagine spending your ass cube Johnnies on a MapleStory card at 7-Eleven. And if you're still not convinced that MapleStory is a guilty pleasure, do take the time to watch this clip. Point and case. MapleStory is my number 1 gaming guilty pleasure.
What's your video game guilty pleasure? Leave a comment below. I'll make sure to include a few comments in my next video. Also give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like what you saw today. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go listen to some Madonna.
Some subscribe me, some like me. I think that they're great. And you should check my other channel. I call it Upgrade. Don't forget to leave a comment. I want to see your gaming guilty pleasures, because they're interesting to me. Because you're still watching this video, and I think it's time to go. You know, we're still watching this video, and